In a quiet village near a dense forest, lived a young boy named Sam. One day, while exploring the woods, Sam stumbled upon a lion trapped in a hunter's net. The lion, with its golden mane and gentle eyes, looked scared but didn't roar. Sam felt sorry for the lion and bravely decided to help. With careful hands, he untied the net, setting the lion free. From that day on, the lion and Sam became the best of friends. The lion would visit Sam's village every evening, and together, they would explore the forest, sharing stories under the stars. The villagers marveled at their special bond, and Sam learned that kindness and courage could turn even the wildest of creatures into lifelong friends. The brave little squirrel and the magical acorn. In a deep, enchanted forest, there lived a brave little squirrel named Nutty. Nutty was smaller than the other squirrels, but what he lacked in size, he made up for in courage. One day, Nutty overheard the wise old owl talking about a magical acorn that could grant one wish to whoever found it. The acorn was hidden in the tallest tree in the forest, guarded by a grumpy old bear named Grizzle. Nutty decided that he would find the acorn and wish for something wonderful for all the animals in the forest. So, early the next morning, Nutty set off on his adventure. He climbed over logs, jumped across streams, and finally reached the tallest tree where the magical acorn was hidden. As Nutty began to climb, Grizzle the bear roared from below. "Who dares to take my acorn?" he growled. Nutty's heart pounded, but he didn't stop. He knew he had to be brave. When Nutty reached the top, he saw the glowing acorn nestled in the branches. Nutty wished, and in a flash, the trees were filled with nuts, berries, and fruits. The animals had plenty to eat all winter long. From that day on, once upon a time, in a dense forest, a lion and a mouse lived as neighbors. One day, the lion was fast asleep when the tiny mouse accidentally ran over his nose. The lion woke up, grabbed the mouse, and threatened to eat him. The mouse pleaded, "Please spare me, mighty lion. If you let me go, I may help you one day." The lion laughed at the idea but decided to let the mouse go. A few days later, the lion was caught in a hunter's net. He roared and struggled, but the more he tried, the tighter the net became. Hearing the lion's roars, the mouse hurried to the scene. He quickly nibbled through the ropes, setting the lion free. The lion was grateful and realized that even the smallest creatures can be of great help. From that day on, the lion and the mouse became the best of friends.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos. In a small village nestled at the edge of a great jungle, there lived a young boy named Rohan. Rohan was known for his curiosity and love for the forest. Every day, he would venture into the jungle, exploring its many secrets and making friends with the animals. One afternoon, as Rohan wandered deeper into the jungle than ever before, he stumbled upon a strange sight. A large tiger was lying under a tree, its paw caught in a cruel hunter's trap. The tiger, with its orange and black stripes glistening in the sunlight, looked fierce but was in pain. It growled softly, not in anger, but in fear and distress. Rohan's heart filled with sympathy for the majestic creature. He knew the dangers of approaching a wild animal, especially a tiger, but he couldn't bear to see it suffer. Summoning all his courage, he slowly approached the tiger, speaking in a calm, soothing voice. "Don't worry, I'm here to help you," Rohan whispered. He helped the lion to free from the threat. Rohan and tiger became friends and are continuing to live together more harmoniously for the future. Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a proud rabbit and a slow but steady tortoise. The rabbit often boasted about his speed, making fun of the tortoise's slow pace. Tired of the rabbit's taunts, the tortoise challenged him to a race. The race began, and the rabbit sprinted ahead, quickly leaving the tortoise far behind. Confident of his victory, the rabbit decided to take a nap midway. Meanwhile, the tortoise kept moving, slow but steady, without stopping. The rabbit slept for longer than he planned, and when he woke up, he saw the tortoise close to the finish line. The rabbit dashed forward with all his might, but it was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the finish line and won the race. The rabbit was shocked and humbled. He realized that overconfidence and laziness had cost him the race. The tortoise, on the other hand, showed that perseverance and determination can overcome even the greatest obstacles. From that day on, the rabbit stopped boasting, and the animals in the forest learned a valuable lesson: slow and steady wins the race.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
In a bustling village, a young woman named Lila lived by the edge of a vast jungle. One morning, as she was tending to her garden, she heard a rustle in the trees. Curious, she approached and found a small monkey tangled in a vine. "Don't worry, little one. I'll help you," Lila said gently. With careful hands, she untangled the monkey, who immediately scampered up her shoulder, chattering happily. From that day on, the monkey, whom Lila named Momo, became her constant companion. They did everything together, picking fruits, playing games, and even helping the villagers with their chores. Momo was clever and loved to make Lila laugh with his silly antics. One day, a fierce storm hit the village. The wind howled, and the rain poured down, threatening to flood the village. The villagers were scared, not knowing what to do. But Momo had an idea. He quickly climbed the tallest tree and spotted a safe path to higher ground. With Lila leading the way, the villagers followed Momo's path and reached safety just in time. The village was saved, and from then on, Lila and Momo were celebrated as heroes, proving that friendship and bravery can overcome any challenge.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
In a lush, green forest, there lived a group of animals who were the best of friends. There was Leo, the wise lion, Ellie, the gentle elephant, Zara, the quick zebra, and Buzzy, the cheerful bee. They spent their days playing, exploring, and sharing stories under the big, shady trees. One day, a terrible drought struck the forest. The river dried up, and the plants began to wither. The animals grew worried, as there was little water left to drink. Leo called a meeting to find a solution. "We must work together," he said, to find a new source of water. Ellie suggested they travel to the far side of the forest, where she remembered seeing a hidden spring. The journey was long and tough, but Zara's speed helped them navigate the thick woods, and Buzzy's small size allowed him to scout ahead. After a day of travel, they finally reached the spring. It was full of fresh, cool water. The friends rejoiced and drank their fill. They brought some water back to share with the other animals in the forest. From that day on, the animals learned that by working together, they could overcome any challenge, no matter how big.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
In a peaceful village, a kind cow named Gauri spent her days grazing in lush meadows. Nearby, deep in the forest, lived Raja, a fierce lion known for his strength and wisdom. One day, Gauri wandered too close to the forest and found herself face to face with Raja. Fearful, she spoke softly, asking for mercy. Surprised by her gentle and respectful manner, Raja asked why he should spare her. Gauri replied that kindness should be met with kindness and suggested they become friends instead of enemies. Moved by her words, Raja realized that true strength lies in kindness and wisdom. He promised to protect Gauri and her village. From that day on, the unlikely pair became friends, symbolizing peace and harmony. The villagers and forest animals were amazed by their bond, and the village and forest lived in harmony, showing that even the fiercest creatures can be tamed with understanding and kindness.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kids' story videos.
In a beautiful village nestled between rolling green hills, there was a place full of happiness and warmth. The village was small but lively, with colorful houses and winding paths lined with bright flowers. Every morning, the villagers would wake up to the sound of chirping birds and the gentle breeze rustling through the trees. In the heart of the village, there was a sparkling river where children loved to play. They would splash in the cool water, skip stones, and race along the banks. The fields around the village were always full of life, with cows grazing and butterflies fluttering from flower to flower. One day, a traveling storyteller visited the village. He gathered all the children under a big, old tree and began to share tales of faraway lands and magical creatures. The children listened in awe, their imaginations soaring as they pictured the adventures in their minds. As the sun set, the village was bathed in a warm golden light, and everyone gathered around the storyteller to thank him. That night, the villagers slept peacefully, dreaming of the beautiful stories and the magical world outside their little village.
Welcome to Kids Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kids' story videos.
In a faraway galaxy, there was a tiny star named Twinkle. She loved shining brightly every night, lighting up the sky with her friends. But Twinkle was curious. She always wondered what Earth was like. One evening, she gathered all her courage and decided to take a closer look. She zoomed down from the sky, swirling past clouds and birds, until she gently landed in a beautiful meadow. On Earth, Twinkle met a little boy named Max. He was out collecting fireflies in a jar to light up his room at night. When Max saw Twinkle, he was amazed. He had never seen such a dazzling light before. Twinkle told him she was lost and needed to find her way back to the sky. Max wanted to help, so they set off together. They asked the wise old owl who lived in the forest, but he didn't know the way. They asked the glowing moon, who could only shine light on their path. Twinkle was beginning to fade and felt very worried. Just as the night was ending, Max had an idea. He placed Twinkle on the tallest tree in the meadow. As the first rays of dawn touched her, Twinkle felt her sparkle return. With a joyful swoosh, she soared back into the sky, glowing brighter than ever. Max waved goodbye, knowing his.
Welcome to Kids Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kids' story videos.
In a small village nestled between tall mountains, there lived a young boy named Arjun. Though small in size, Arjun had a heart full of courage. The village people admired his bravery, for he was always ready to help anyone in need. One day, a fierce storm swept through the village, bringing heavy rains and strong winds. The river that flowed through the village began to rise dangerously, threatening to flood the homes. The villagers were scared and didn't know what to do. Arjun noticed that the village's small bridge, which connected them to the outside world, was about to collapse. Without wasting a moment, Arjun grabbed a rope and ran towards the bridge. The winds howled and the rain lashed against him, but Arjun didn't stop. He tied the rope securely to a strong tree and then to the bridge, stabilizing it just in time. The villagers were amazed at his bravery. Thanks to Arjun, the bridge held strong, and the villagers were safe. From that day on, Arjun was known as the village's brave little hero.
Welcome to Kids Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kids' story videos.
Once in a tiny village, there lived a little girl named Mira who loved to draw. She was poor and had only one old paintbrush, but her imagination was rich with color. One day, while sketching under a big oak tree, a wise old man appeared. He noticed her passion and handed her a shiny new paintbrush. "This is a magic paintbrush," he said, "use it wisely." Excited, Mira rushed home to try it out. As she painted a small bird on paper, something incredible happened. The bird came to life and flew out of the page. Mira couldn't believe her eyes. She painted a river, and fresh, sparkling water flowed through her yard. She painted flowers, and they bloomed with vibrant colors. News of her magic spread, and soon, villagers came to her with requests. Mira painted food for the hungry, houses for the homeless, and toys for children. But when a greedy man demanded gold and riches, Mira refused. Instead, she painted a beautiful garden for everyone to share. From that day on, Mira used her magic paintbrush to make the world a happier place, spreading joy and kindness wherever she went.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
One bright summer day, a little boy named Sam was flying his favorite red kite in the park. The kite soared high in the sky, dancing with the wind. But suddenly, a strong gust of wind blew, and the kite snapped from its string, drifting far away. Sam chased the kite through the park, but it flew over the trees and out of sight. He was sad, but he didn't give up. Sam decided to follow the direction of the wind. As he walked, he met different animals who tried to help him. A squirrel pointed towards a tall oak tree, and a bird chirped, guiding him further. Finally, Sam reached a quiet meadow, and there, caught in the branches of a tree, was his red kite. With a little help from his animal friends, Sam climbed the tree and carefully pulled the kite down. He was so happy to have it back. From that day on, Sam learned the importance of persistence and the kindness of friends. He tied the kite securely and continued flying it, always remembering the adventure that brought him closer to nature.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The magic seed. In a small village, a kind-hearted farmer found a shiny, mysterious seed in his field. Curious, he planted it in the richest soil, near his house. Every day, he watered it and made sure it got plenty of sunshine. To his surprise, the seed grew faster than any other plant, sprouting a beautiful, tall tree within just a few days. But this wasn't an ordinary tree. Each leaf was a different color, shimmering in the sunlight. The tree bore fruits of various shapes and sizes, each more delicious than the last. The farmer shared these magical fruits with everyone in the village, and soon, people from distant places came to taste them. The tree became a symbol of generosity and kindness. Every time the farmer shared a fruit, another one magically appeared on the tree. The village prospered, and the farmer was loved by all for his selflessness. The farmer realized that the true magic wasn't in the seed, but in the act of sharing and caring for others.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The river's gift. Once upon a time, there was a small family living near a beautiful river. The family consisted of Amma, Appa, and their 2 children, Raju and Meena. The river was not just a source of water for them, it was like a friend. They would fish, swim, and play by the river every day. One summer, the river's water began to dry up. The fish disappeared, and the plants along the banks started to wither. The family was worried as they depended on the river for everything. Alma told Raju and Meena a story she had heard from her grandmother: "The river has a heart. If we take care of it, it will take care of us." Raju and Meena decided to clean the riverbanks and plant trees to bring back the life around the river. They asked the other villagers for help, and soon everyone was working together. Slowly, the river began to flow stronger, and the fish returned. The family was overjoyed. From that day on, they all understood the importance of caring for nature. The river had given them a precious gift, the gift of life.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The mischievous monkey's magic shoes. One day in a jungle, a mischievous monkey named Monty found a pair of shiny shoes under a big tree. Curious, he slipped them on, and to his surprise, the shoes started dancing on their own. Monty couldn't control his feet, they wiggled, jiggled, and hopped around the jungle. Monty's friends, the elephant Ellie and the parrot Polly, watched in amazement. "Monty, where did you learn those moves?" Ellie asked, laughing. I didn't. It's the shoes. Monty replied, twirling uncontrollably. As Monty twirled past a group of ants, they grabbed onto his tail, forming a conga line behind him. Soon, all the jungle animals, lions, zebras, even crocodiles, joined in the fun. The jungle turned into a giant dancing parade. Finally, Monty tripped over a vine, and the shoes flew off his feet. Everyone stopped dancing, catching their breath. That was fun. Polly chirped. But maybe no more magic shoes for you, Monty. Monty laughed and agreed, no more magic shoes. My feet need a rest.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Adventure of Timmy and the Talking Tree. One sunny afternoon, Timmy, a curious little boy, wandered into the forest near his village. As he walked deeper into the woods, he found a tree that seemed to sparkle in the sunlight. To Timmy's surprise, the tree spoke. "Hello, Timmy," the tree said with a gentle voice. "I am Tara, the talking tree. I can only talk to those with a kind heart." Excited, Timmy asked, "Can you teach me something magical?" Tara smiled and said, "Of course. Always be kind to everyone, just like how the sun shares its warmth with the world. Kindness is the greatest magic." Timmy promised to follow Tara's advice. He left the forest with a happy heart, ready to spread kindness everywhere he went.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Case of the Missing Necklace. Detective Leo, the smartest lion in the jungle, was called to solve a mystery. Mrs. Rabbit had lost her shiny necklace, and no one knew where it went. Leo began investigating, interviewing all the animals in the jungle. First, he talked to Parrot, who said he saw something glittery in the sky. Then, he asked Elephant, who remembered seeing Monkey near Mrs. Rabbit's house. Leo climbed a tree to find Monkey, who was happily swinging on a branch. "I didn't take the necklace," Monkey exclaimed. "But I saw Crow flying with something shiny." Leo's eyes sparkled. "Thank you, Monkey." He rushed to find Crow. Crow admitted to taking the necklace, thinking it was a shiny pebble for his nest. When Leo explained it was Mrs. Rabbit's precious necklace, Crow immediately returned it. Mrs. Rabbit was overjoyed and thanked Leo for his clever work. The animals cheered, knowing that with Detective Leo around, no mystery would stay unsolved for long.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Mystery of the Lost Treasure Map. One sunny day, a clever squirrel detective was called to solve a new mystery. The owl, the oldest and wisest in the forest, had lost her ancient treasure map. The map was said to lead to a hidden treasure, deep in the forest. All the animals were excited, but without the map, no one could find the treasure. The squirrel detective started by talking to the turtle, who said he saw the wind blowing the map away. Then, the detective spoke to the woodpecker, who mentioned seeing something fluttering near the big oak tree. The squirrel quickly climbed the oak tree, searching through the branches. Suddenly, the squirrel spotted something shiny stuck in a nest. It was the treasure map. A young bird had found it and taken it to make its nest cozy. The squirrel explained the importance of the map, and the bird happily returned it. The owl was so grateful, and the whole forest cheered. Now that the map was found, the animals could begin their treasure hunt. Thanks to the smart squirrel detective, the forest mystery was solved once again.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Secret of the Vanishing Diamonds. In a bustling city filled with high-rise buildings and busy streets, there lived a young and clever detective named Alex. Alex was famous in the city for solving mysteries that no one else could crack. One bright morning, Alex received an urgent call from the city's Grand Museum. "The diamonds have vanished from the new exhibition," cried the museum director. Alex immediately grabbed his detective kit and rushed to the museum. Upon arrival, Alex noticed that the exhibition hall was packed with people, all murmuring about the missing diamonds. The police had cordoned off the area, and the director looked extremely worried. "We had the rarest diamonds on display, and now they're gone," the director exclaimed, his face pale with worry. Alex started by examining the glass case where the diamonds had been kept. There was no sign of a break-in. The glass was intact, and the locks were unbroken. "Interesting," Alex muttered, "how could the diamonds disappear without any sign of forced entry?" He decided to talk to the security guard on duty the previous night. The guard, Mr. Jenkins, looked nervous as he described his night. "I was here all night, watching the cameras, and nothing suspicious happened," he stammered. Alex noticed a slight tremble in Mr. Jenkins' voice. Did you see anyone near the case?" Alex asked. "No, not at all. Just a few visitors during the day, but everything was normal," Mr. Jenkins replied, avoiding eye contact. Alex sensed something was amiss and decided to review the security footage himself. As Alex watched the footage, something strange caught his eye. Around midnight, there was a brief flicker in the video, and the screen went dark for just a second. When the footage resumed, everything seemed normal, but Alex was not convinced. "This is odd. A glitch, perhaps? Or maybe something more," he thought. Alex decided to interview the cleaning crew next. A young lady named Sarah told Alex, "I heard a faint click coming from the exhibition room around midnight, but I thought it was just the air conditioning." Alex raised an eyebrow. "A click? This could be a clue." With all these pieces in mind, Alex returned to the exhibition hall. He examined the case once more, this time more closely. Suddenly, he noticed something very small and almost invisible near the base of the glass case, a tiny hole. "Aha!" Alex exclaimed, "this is no ordinary theft. This was carefully planned." Alex deduced that the thief had used a thin, sharp tool to open the glass case from the inside. But how did they get the diamonds out? Just then, Alex remembered the faint click Sarah mentioned. He examined the floor around the case and found a small, barely noticeable hatch that led to the air conditioning vents. The thief used the vents to enter and exit. Alex realized. They must have waited for the perfect moment to act, using the noise of the air conditioning to cover their tracks. Alex followed the vent's path and found a hidden exit in a deserted part of the museum. At the end of the vent, Alex discovered a small, abandoned storage room. Inside, he found a set of gloves, a black mask, and, most importantly, a bag filled with the missing diamonds. The clever thief had stashed the diamonds there, planning to retrieve them later. Just as Alex was examining the bag, the door creaked open, and Mr. Jenkins appeared, looking shocked. I was just checking the area," he stuttered. But Alex knew better. "Mr. Jenkins, you were the one who took the diamonds, weren't you? You created a small glitch in the security footage, and you used the vents to hide your actions. You planned to take the diamonds later when the commotion died down." Mr. Jenkins' face turned red. I needed the money, but I didn't want to hurt anyone," he admitted, hanging his head in shame. Alex sighed, "Stealing is never the answer. You had everyone worried." The police arrived and took Mr. Jenkins away, but Alex felt a mix of relief and sadness. "I'm glad the diamonds are safe, but it's a shame when someone feels they have no other choice," he thought. The museum director was overjoyed to have the diamonds back and thanked Alex for his brilliant work. "You're a true hero, Alex," he declared, patting Alex on the back. As Alex walked out of the museum, the sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the city. Another mystery had been solved, and Alex knew that the Real treasure was using his skills to help others.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The case of the missing school bell. In the quiet town of Willowville, there was a small school nestled between tall trees and blooming flowers. It was a school where children played happily, and teachers were kind. But one day, something unusual happened. The school bell, which had been ringing for many years, went missing. The bell was very special to the school. It was old and shiny, and its chime signaled the start and end of the school day. But when the students arrived one Monday morning, there was no sound of the bell. The bell tower was empty, and the teachers were puzzled. Who could have taken the bell, they wondered. The principal, a wise and gentle man, decided to call the town's best detective, a young boy known for his cleverness and love of solving mysteries. His name was Sam. Sam had solved many cases before, like finding lost toys, missing pets, and even a treasure hunt. This case, however, seemed much bigger. When Sam arrived at the school, he was greeted by the principal and the head teacher. "The bell has gone missing, Sam." "We have no idea how it happened," the principal said with a worried look. Sam nodded and began his investigation. His first step was to visit the bell tower. He climbed up the narrow stairs and reached the top. There, he noticed something strange, a few feathers scattered around the floor. Birds maybe?" Sam thought. He carefully collected the feathers and made a note of them. Next, Sam decided to speak to the janitor, Mr. Brown, who had been cleaning the school that weekend. "Mr. Brown, did you see anything unusual near the bell tower?" Sam asked. Mr. Brown scratched his head. "Well, now that you mention it, I did hear some fluttering sounds, like birds flying in and out, but I didn't think much of it," he replied. Sam thanked him and moved on to the playground, where the students were gathered. He spoke to a group of friends who were playing near the bell tower on Friday afternoon. "Did any of you see anything strange before you left school on Friday?" Sam asked. One of the children, a girl named Lucy, raised her hand. "I saw a big shadow flying over the school." "It looked like a bird, but much bigger," she said excitedly. This clue got Sam thinking. He quickly jotted it down and moved to his next suspect, the garden next to the school. The school gardener, Mrs. Green, was busy watering the plants when Sam approached her. "Hello, Mrs. Green. Have you noticed anything strange in the garden?" he asked politely. Mrs. Green thought for a moment and then said, "Well, I did notice a large bird sitting on the school roof this morning. It was a very unusual bird, much larger than the ones I normally see." "Interesting," Sam said. He thanked her and ran back to the bell tower. With all these clues pointing toward a bird, Sam was convinced that the culprit might not be a person but a bird. Sam climbed back up the bell tower, this time looking closer at the surroundings. He peered out the window and, sure enough, spotted a large nest at the top of a nearby tree. The nest was made of twigs, leaves, and something shiny. Sam's eyes lit up. Could it be the missing bell? Without wasting any time, Sam rushed down and called the principal, the teachers, and some of the students. Together, they all gathered near the tree. Sam pointed to the nest. "I believe our school bell has been taken by a giant bird and used to make a nest," he explained. The principal and the teachers were amazed. They brought a ladder and climbed up carefully to check the nest. And there it was, the shiny school bell, tucked in among the twigs and leaves. Everyone was astonished. A large bird, possibly an eagle, had mistaken the bell for something shiny to decorate its nest. The principal carefully took the bell out and handed it to Sam. "You've solved the mystery, Sam. Our bell is back, and it's all thanks to your clever thinking," he said proudly. The entire school cheered for Sam as the bell was returned to its rightful place in the tower. From that day on, whenever the bell rang, it reminded everyone of the great detective work done by a young boy who never gave up.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Lost Treasure. Once upon a time, in a small village by the sea, two friends, a clever fox and a brave rabbit, found an old map while playing. The map showed the way to a hidden treasure buried deep in the forest. Excited, they set out on their adventure. As they followed the path, they faced challenges: a broken bridge, a dark cave, and even a mischievous monkey who tried to steal their map. But with the fox's clever tricks and the rabbit's bravery, they overcame every obstacle. Finally, they reached the spot marked on the map. They dug and dug until they found a chest filled with sparkling gems and gold. But the real treasure was the friendship they strengthened along the way. They returned home, sharing their treasure and the joy of their adventure with everyone in the village.
Welcome to Kid Stories videos. Please subscribe, like and share to receive more kid story videos.
The Wise Crow and the Clever Snake. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, a wise crow lived on a tall tree. Near the tree's roots lived a cunning snake. The crow had built a cozy nest on a high branch, and there she laid her eggs. But whenever the crow went out in search of food, the clever snake would slither up the tree and eat her eggs. The poor crow was heartbroken. She thought, how can I save my eggs from this wicked snake? The crow was known for her wisdom, so she decided to come up with a clever plan. One day, while flying over the king's palace, the crow noticed the queen's golden necklace lying near the window. A plan struck her mind. She swooped down, picked up the necklace in her beak, and flew back to her tree. The snake watched her from below, wondering what the crow was up to. But before the snake could react, the crow dropped the shiny necklace into the snake's burrow at the foot of the tree. Moments later, the palace guards came running, looking for the queen's missing necklace. They followed the crow's trail and found the necklace inside the snake's hole. Seeing the guards, the snake quickly slithered away to escape. The guards dug up the burrow, recovered the necklace, and left. The snake, frightened by the humans, never returned to the tree. The clever crow had not only saved her eggs, but also got rid of the snake forever. From that day on, the crow lived peacefully,